Hey world, it's LaDonna and Mark here from
Hi.
Radique Audio. We are joining you today with a brief video. It's going to be discussing a recent series of unfortunate events that happened here. Well, I guess they weren't super unfortunate, but they were kind of funny.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. And also wanted to mention, actually start off by, in fact, I'll pass it over to LaDonna.
Wait, no. We were just gonna say we're gonna insert some pictures of the recent prize winner.
Angie. Congratulations to Angie. If you missed our last video, we had the world's smallest grand prize draw.
We sure did.
And Angie Morrison was the winner. So she was kind enough to take some photos with her prize package, and she was wearing her Radique Audio t-shirt. So that was great. So you'll see those photos probably right about here. And we really thank her and her husband Al for making the time to come by and pick up their prize package.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry I missed you guys. I think it must have been on the weekend.
Yes, it was. It was on the weekend, but it was great. So that was awesome. Stay tuned for future prize giveaways because
we should just do it right now. Well, not the giveaway, but the entry.
Okay.
You just need to pick a word.
Okay. So if you're interested in participating in our next prize giveaway, please comment.
Lavina.
Please comment to this video or any of our future videos, my wife's first name. So comment Lavina. That will get you into the prize draw.
Lovina.
Yes. And even if it's misspelled, we'll know what you're talking about.
Well, don't misspell it because I just spelled it.
Okay,
so.
This is true. So
right.
please, it has to be accurate.
It's phonetic.
It's phonetic, it is. So Lavina is a big contributor here. She's camera shy, so she doesn't like to be on screen.
She's also right there.
She's just walking up the stairs and giving us a dirty look. So that was kind of fun.
Giving you a dirty look.
Giving me a dirty look. But yes, so comment her name. You'll be in our next prize draw.
Yeah.
We will wait until we get a good number of entries, but probably we'll be doing the draw. I'm guessing maybe end of April or thereabouts, but we'll announce when the prize draw will be. And as previously, the more entries we get, the bigger the prize package will be. So please sign up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to discuss a recent event that transpired here. I'm going to pass the hosting responsibilities over to LaDonna. Here we go.
Mark,
yes.
Bless him, bless his heart, often finds himself in the middle of some embarrassing situations, embarrassing, noteworthy, other words. And this one he often references, and so I would very much like to hear about this because, again, I wasn't here when this happened, thankfully. Actually, I think if I was here, this probably wouldn't have happened. Right?
It was pretty rough. It was rough.
Not that I'm infallible, but anyway. So, Mark, what happened?
So
set the stage for us.
Yes. So this was a few Saturdays ago. I always say Saturday, but it might have been a Sunday afternoon, but I'm pretty sure it was a Saturday afternoon.
For reference, I'm sometimes here on a Saturday and on Sunday on an emergency basis.
This is true. So a very nice young lady, Caroline, or Carolyn, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name, came in to audition some bookshelf speakers. She was looking for bookshelf speakers and speaker stands.
Okay.
And she brought with her her two young sons. So I'm not very good with ages, but I would guess the oldest was maybe 7 or 6, and the youngest was a couple of years younger than that.
Right away, I'm concerned because this is not a place for children.
It's tough. It's we try hard, but it is not super child friendly. There's lots of
it's not even Mark friendly oftentimes. Actually.
This is true. I injure myself almost daily around here. But
it's true.
My biggest concern is we've got these giant walls of speakers in the kind of showroom area in the basement, and they are kind of set up. Picture a library. We've got rows of books on shelves. And in the movies where you see one row toppled over and then they knock over all the other books in like a cascade.
Yeah.
I have done that here already once. And I think I damaged about 30 something speakers in that incident. So
it wasn't 30.
I think it was I believe. Anyway, it's been a while. Some large number of speakers were damaged. It was an expensive mistake that I made, and I'm very careful now. But I'm really worried. Like, I wasn't hurt in that particular incident, but just my pride, I guess.
Oh, the one that you dropped?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
But when we've got young kids running around or potentially running around, I hearken back to that incident and I think, boy, I really wouldn't want that to happen with young kids underfoot because they could be badly injured.
Yeah, for sure.
Because some of those speakers are quite heavy. Anyway, so I was a little bit distracted, more so than usual, wanting to keep an eye on Carolyn's sons to make sure that they were okay. And I could tell she was doing the same thing, of course, and probably much more observantly than me
Fair,
as their mom.
mother.
So
Always with the chime.
So the four of us headed downstairs to do the speaker audition.
Yes.
And I was busily connecting the first set of speakers we were going to listen to. I can't honestly recall which set they were, but some small bookshelf speakers.
Might have been the Bostons.
And they could have been Boston's, that's
Okay.
possible. And Carolyn asked me kind of in an odd tone, this is my perception of it, was a bit of an odd tone, do you guys have a pet? And it was just phrased in
It's
a weird
very
way.
random question.
And I thought that's kind of a strange question to be phrasing it that way, but I figured there was a good reason. So I said, yes, we have a cat, Hunter. And she's like, oh, that's good. I thought, oh, now she sounds relieved. That's really strange. So I kind of came back out from around behind the speaker wall and I looked where she was looking and there was a whole bunch of, this is embarrassing, but
it's not embarrassing.
bright,
Cats vomit.
like fluorescent orange vomit on the ground.
Time out. It was that color because that's the color of the food that he was eating.
Yes,
It
he had
was
some
like
pretty recent
some dry
kibble,
food.
like, and maybe he hadn't been eating that for very long.
Yeah, normally he eats wet food like tuna, but every now and then when I'm gone, of course this happened while I was gone.
Yes.
He resorts to eating the fluorescent orange dry food, which we'd all vomit that. So yeah, so he vomited.
So
which is normal.
the bad thing is there was so much of it, and I'm shocked I didn't see it when I first walked into the basement. Coming down the stairs, it was within my field of view, and I completely was oblivious to it. So now poor Carolyn
Poor
is not
Hunter's
only
so
concerned about
embarrassed.
keeping her sons safe from the piles of speakers and all of our other heavy and somewhat valuable equipment, but also keeping them out of the piles of cat vomit.
The vomit
So
area.
I'm very sorry, Carolyn. That's pretty embarrassing. But at least that kind of explained why she seemed relieved to know we do have a pet. Because if we didn't, then there would really be a bigger question. What is this and why is it here and all those things. So at this point, I'm even more distracted than usual because I'm really embarrassed, kind of mortified actually that I didn't see this
Not
and
that
clean
big
it
of
up
a deal.
before.
Cats vomit.
I know, but I
better than
don't like it to
poop.
be there in our little showroom
Yes,
when we're doing
ideally
speaker
there'd
demos.
be no weird stuff.
But Carolyn was really nice about it. She was very gracious. She definitely was keeping a closer eye than ever on her sons to make sure that they stayed kind of in a safe zone, vomit-free area. And we did the audition. I think we wound up listening to 2 or 3 sets of speakers. And she wound up purchasing some very nice sounding Infinity RS1 bookshelf speakers.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Those are
they
cool.
sounded good. We hadn't had that model for quite some time. It had been years since we've had them.
Mm-hmm.
But they were, anyway, this is not a showdown for speakers, so I'm not going to go into all the speakers we compared.
I will say we sold them pretty quickly. Like we hadn't had them for very long before.
They were
before
not
they purchased
there
them.
long, that is for sure. Anyway, I wish I could say that was the end of the embarrassment, but it was kind of just the beginning of the embarrassment. So the next stage, we figured out stands, started to bring stuff upstairs. Carolyn was working on, I think it was probably an e-transfer she was putting into her phone. Somehow, between the stage of getting those speakers out of our speaker wall and bringing them upstairs, preparing to load them into Carolyn's car, I managed to lose one of the 2 speakers. So it feels like that shouldn't be possible. It's only 2 speakers. They're not that big. Where could they possibly be?
I know exactly what happened.
It was so bad. So it wasn't just like for 2 minutes. I literally spent the next maybe 5 or 6 minutes, which feels like an eternity,
Yeah.
looking for them. Carolyn had already looked after the payment. We'd already brought 1 speaker and the pair of stands out to her vehicle, and we're still 1 speaker short.
Where did you look?
I looked everywhere. I looked on every wall of the speaker wall. I looked on the side shelving units where we keep the tuners and the equalizers,
Yeah.
and the other side where we have speaker parts. I looked there. I thought maybe I put it down on top where the power amps are.
Mm-hmm.
I often will grab something, put it down, and then
Short term.
Yes.
He often says it's just temporary.
Yes.
It's just temporary.
because essentially I was unstacking a pile of speakers to get at these ones.
Yeah, that's fair.
So finally I had to resort to bringing Lavina in. So calling in the big guns. Lavina, like LaDonna, is much, much better than I am at finding things that I have managed to lose. It's just kind of embarrassing when I need to get her help when like I've lost it in real time and there's a customer waiting to leave who's already been super patient with us, by the way. So Lavina starts looking, she's like muttering I'm sure she wasn't thrilled with this either. So we look and look and look. And between the two of us, we spend maybe another 5 or 6 minutes. It felt like 20 minutes looking. And finally, Lavina found them. Not only were they not even in the showroom, they were in like a side room where we keep our AVRs. They were in one of the white shelving units. And it was not even line of sight.
Inside of the white shelving unit?
So I had like walked down a side corridor and like put the speaker in a spot. It was almost like I was hiding it. If I was purposely playing speaker hide and go seek, that's where I would have put it. So the fact I put it there unthinkingly was just so embarrassing. But the good news is we found it and we were able to get it looked after. I'm gonna pause here, folks.
Who's this again? That was Simon. He was dropping off some vintage Infinity Kappa 7 towers for refoaming. So,
beautiful speakers.
Yeah, very nice. Heavy wood, solid, like real wood.
Yeah, they're very, very nice.
He inherited them from his father. Is inherited okay? His father is still with us.
They were passed along to him.
Passed along, yes. Yeah. So we left off with Mark and Lavina finding the speaker, the missing speaker. Thank you to Caroline for giving us permission, or giving Mark permission to air this story. This
last speaker incident.
Our first blooper episode, which there'll be more of.
There will be so many.
We have funny, silly situations that happen that you wouldn't think would happen in an audio setting, but that do.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So we do offer a wide range of audio repairs. We're fortunate to have 3 fantastic technicians that work with us here. So we repair speakers, vintage amplifiers, occasionally modern amplifiers, everything, CD players, turntables, cassette decks, the whole range of audio product. Mm-hmm. So if you're ever looking for audio repairs and you're either in our area or willing to ship back and forth, we'd be happy to help you with that. You can contact us in the comments or check out our website at www.radique.com. And I guess
the sign doesn't say
yes,
the website.
You can also please subscribe if you have watched this far and you are not yet a subscriber.
We need a new sign.
Please subscribe
to
our channel. That would really encourage us to put out more content for you. And speaking of more content, we are brainstorming our next video. And we recently did so far our most successful video was a showdown between 5 sets of budget bookshelf speakers. And we're wanting to do a similar showdown episode for some tower speakers. The question is, and we'd like your feedback on this, so please let us know in the comments. That previous one for bookshelves, we based it on 5 pairs we compared. And recently we did a in-house showdown for a customer of 3 pairs. And I was proposing to LaDonna that we add 2 more pairs to our comparison. So we have a 5-pair comparison. Because I've already done up all the graphics for everything based on 5 sets of things.
But you guys only listen to 3 pairs of speakers. So Mark is wanting to dilute this situation.
Actually, I was wanting to augment it, make it so much better.
He's wanting to add Mark's take on this situation, which I think is ridiculous.
I want to take the 3 pairs of speakers we compared with our customer and add 2 more pairs that would dovetail nicely with those in terms of size and price point.
But it's not going to be true to, true to life.
It will not be historically accurate in the sense that we'll be adding extra content above and beyond what took place with the customer.
Veto.
So please let us know your preference. Please say
would you like an accurate depiction of what happened, or would you like that plus whatever Mark has in store?
Would you like a comparison of 5 sets of towers or only 3 sets of towers?
That's not the question.
Well,
no.
that's my question.
Would you like an accurate depiction of what really happened in the world?
Either way, we will listen to your feedback and respond accordingly.
I'll listen, maybe.
So I'm looking forward to doing that episode. It was interesting. And I love, my personal, one of my very favorite things we do here is comparing different speakers, different audio products back to back to back, because it helps really eliminate a lot of preconceived notions, even ones that we have ourselves.
I'll compromise. We'll do the 3 because that's what happened. And then you and I can do our own blind testing. That can be more of like a whole different.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm fine with that for sure. Okay. For sure. So thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. We really appreciate it. Don't forget, comment Lavina if you'd like to be part of our next grand prize draw.
Yes.
And please, like I said, please subscribe, like our channel, comment, all of it. That's awesome. And we'll see you next time. Bye, world.
Bye.